swing by O'Neal, and they got a brouhaha on the field.
Into the tunnel. O'Neal is coming around, and now D-Box and O'Neal are pushing.
Be careful. Here comes O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal swinging at you has to be the most frightening scene imaginable. And he has a massive collection of fights in his career. Shaq brought his tenacity to the big leagues as well. Playing against the Bad Boy Pistons in his rookie season, Superman wasn't gonna let anyone punk him.
He's sick and tired of Laimbeer hanging all over. Laimbeer, the quick foul call. Oh, punches thrown. Robertson and O'Neal. And there were two solid shots landed. Matt Gukas now charging out. Two solid shots landed under the goal. And this has gotten ugly again.
Well, the problem is Shaquille leaves, as does Robertson. See, now that's what I was concerned with. Now that started a long time ago. I mean, that started with Bill Laimbeer pushing Shaquille, and the officials should have done something that, you know, it's just so unnecessary to go through all this.
And what's going to happen now is Shaq's going to be tossed out of the game probably, and now Shaq's going to get suspended for at least one, probably.
Well, maybe not.
We will see. But a big flurry of punches underneath.
O'Neal wanted to go after Laimbeer, who hugged him from behind, but Alvin Robertson stopped the big fella to prevent the scuffle, only to get smacked in the face a couple of seconds later. That was a nasty hit. Nowadays, a player would get at least half a season suspension for something like that. No wonder he got his own video game called Shaq Fu. And he met the final boss, going up against Karl Malone, who straight up attacked Shaq early in the game.
Shaq has a difficult time getting inside, gets mugged right off the bat.
Hard foul by the Mailman on Shaquille O'Neal. It takes a pretty good blow to take that man to the canvas.
Malone is a big dude himself, but you don't want to have an angry O'Neal coming back at you, as he literally said that to Karl when he stood up. So on the other end, as soon as the Mailman got the ball, boom!
They made the power of mom.
I never do. They're gonna have to call a flagrant foul right now.
Here, Karl Malone called for a flagrant foul on O'Neal, and Shaq returning the favor.
Tom, one of the problems with Shaq being the biggest, strongest guy in the league is that what looks like inconsequential contact there.
That was a lightning fast revenge by Shaq.
And your boy is fast as well, but I'm nowhere near as fast as Delta Capital. If you're running a business in the real world, construction, trucking, landscaping, you know time is one thing you cannot afford to waste.
Equipment breaks down, inventory runs out, payroll needs to be made. Opportunities don't wait, and neither can you.
And the last thing you need is a bank making you jump through hoops for 6 weeks before they even give you an answer. For businesses making at least $25,000 in monthly revenue, Delta Capital cuts through all of that.
The application takes under 5 minutes. They base approval on your actual revenue, not just your credit score. And if you're approved, funding can land the same day. Need to get a truck back on the road? Finance new equipment? Stock up before your busy season hits?
Delta moves at the speed your business actually runs. If your business does $25,000 in monthly revenue, you can apply now at the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on the screen. You could have financing locked in by the end of the day.
The Diesel gave us the most famous fight of his career the following season when...
more efficient necessarily to take that shot that fast.
Uh-oh. Oh, and there's a swing by O'Neal, and they got a brouhaha on the field.
But I think it's somewhat of an overreaction in the beginning on Shaquille's part. Barkley swung backwards, but Shaquille pushes him, and then Barkley hits him with the ball.
And there's a punch, a left hand.
Shaquille threw the first punch.
If that lefty landed on target, things would have escalated out of control. And years later, while reminiscing about it, Shaq tells a hilarious story about their mamas fixing their relationship.
As soon as I get to the thing, Jerome hands me the phone. And I hear this lady's voice I never heard before. "You better not put your hands on my baby." And I'm like, "Who is this?" It's Mama Barkley. And I was like, "Hello?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm on the phone with your mama." And his mom, my mom was on three-way. She said, "Don't you know we've been best friends for about 20, 30 years? Now you go after the game, you go get me her. Y'all don't need to be fighting on TV like that." So that's how me and him became cool. So
O'Neal was a nightmare matchup for most centers in the league, but this guy, Will Perdue, clearly wasn't afraid of him because he took him down not once but twice.
Spurs bumping Shaq, bumping him again. Shaq gets ripped to the floor. Now he and Will Perdue both go down. Shaq was taken down very hard by Will Perdue. Will fouled him real hard on that play.
This game was so intense that bodies were flying left and right every couple of minutes and eventually culminated with another monster brawl.
Eldon Campbell just threw Malik Rose down hard. They call this for a flagrant foul. Shaquille O'Neal with an unbelievable foul on Reggie Geary. Their fifth guy. Kobe all the way in. It's Kobe time now as the game's out of hand. And we have a fight. Will Perdue and Derek Fisher get into it, and now Shaq's right in the middle of it.
Shaq was ready to kill whoever was pulling his jersey from behind, but cooled down when he saw it was just the ref. But this is not it. Things got even uglier.
Rebound Shaq takes away from Malik Rose. And now some more stuff. Monty Williams and Nick Van Exel now are swinging. And we got a brawl right here. Monty Williams and Vic Van Exel go into the crowd. Kobe Bryant's into it. Van Exel has to be pulled away, and we have a brawl. Monty Williams. And now Corey Blunt spilling into the crowd. Out of the dome, it was Van Exel and Monty Williams who were into it. And then Kobe got into it quickly, and Kobe Bryant and Monty Williams will spill into the crowd along with Brad Lohaus.
O'Neal was even involved in a tunnel fight at the peak of the Lakers-Kings rivalry. A boxing match broke out and spilled out of the court.
Fox pushes Christie, and Christie pushes Fox right there in the face.
Into the tunnel. Oh, there's a fight going on between the two as they were being ejected. A bizarre scene here at Staples to open in the end of the preseason. This is out of the WWE. Chairs are being thrown. All the Sacramento Kings are back there. None of the Lakers. I don't know if it was Fox as he was being escorted out. Devont is trying to keep the peace. Big Daddy, too. Yeah, O'Neal has come around, and he's trying to lay his order. And now Devont and O'Neal are pushing. It's O'Neal's words that have infuriated this rivalry. The gentleman there is the head of Sacramento Kings security. Shaq might be trying to keep the peace. It was, in fact, Rick Fox who went back there and continued the altercation with Christie.
It's crazy how he stepped into the mess and bounced away everybody like they're little kids. The big Shaqtas did a similar thing years later in Phoenix.
But then when Nash comes in, then Brady gets upset and pushes Nash, and then Shaq pushes everybody wearing a red jersey. Shaq just pushes the whole scrum over to the sideline.
Speaking of manhandling, guys, this gotta be the most humiliating dunk of all time.
Here's Shaq. Against Dudley. Nice!
Shaquille O'Neal was so powerful on that move that Dudley does not even foul, and he just got overpowered by Shaquille O'Neal.
He's 6'11 and 260.
Oh, so he was upset. He thought Shaq pushed him after the play and knocked him down. And then he picks up the ball and throws it at Shaq. I think Shaq got a tee before that.
He barely touched him, and Dudley went crashing to the floor. Now imagine what would happen to Brad Miller if this punch was more precise.
Oh, he's punching Brad Miller. Big brouhaha here, boy. We got a fight on our hands. And a pile up in front of the Bulls bench. Holy mackerel. That ball went in. He took a wild swing, and now they're still going at it. They can't break him up. The shoving continues. They're trying to split him apart. Shaq is violent. Unbelievable. Bill Cartwright in trying to grab his guy and break this thing apart. Phil Jackson right behind him. Miller's shirt ripped off. Brad Miller being steered away. Looks like a heavyweight boxer in the corner. They're taking him right now. Sam Harris hustling him out of there. Wow. Shaq gone berserk. Robert Horry getting Shaquille O'Neal out of the fray.
This was the most furious Shaq has ever been, and Brad Miller was lucky to get out of it alive. He knew what was coming for him, so he made sure to sprint to the locker rooms after that. But I guess rookie Andrew Bynum didn't know who he was messing with, because...
Oh, and Shaquille O'Neal with the stuff over Andrew Bynum. that Bynum will remember for the rest of his life.
Yes, he will. Went right back at him.
Oh, look out! Shaquille O'Neal took a swing at Andrew Bynum. I would think this will be an ejection.
Bynum got him first. He was so pumped up that he threw a forearm at Shaq, and then O'Neal retaliated.
Kobe had to intervene to stop a bigger incident, but when Shaq and Dennis Rodman met throughout the years, an incident was always bound to happen, so they deserved their own segment.
And O'Neal hits the deck, takes Rodman with him. Rodman complaining that he was tripped up by O'Neal.
Dennis knocking it loose, and now here's where he fouls Shaquille, and then Shaquille does grab the right leg in the ankle area of Dennis Rodman, and that's why called for the technical foul.
In Chicago on Wednesday night. O'Neal fouled by Rodman. So Shaquille back to the line where he is 1 for 7.
For one of the rare times after a shot going up, the Chicago Bulls defense falling asleep.
And a half in the first half. Oh, look out. Rodman and O'Neal with a shove on Rodman.
Continue to jaw at one another as there's been some hard hitting there. The shove by Shaquille O'Neal and Brian Hill walking out towards Dennis Rodman. Richie Adubato protecting Brian.
Underneath, Rodman takes O'Neal down hard. That looked like a playoff foul.
Yeah, that was a playoff. This is a playoff game. It didn't start out that way, but it sure is now. And that's how you have to foul Shaq. He's so strong.
In and out. Rodman rebound, timeout Chicago. And Kersey knocks the ball away. Be careful. Here comes O'Neal.
And I tell you what, Scotty and Michael, I said, Dennis, you're not getting anything right now. And that's just an overreaction by Dennis. He's trying to get something going. Another actually smart play by Dennis Rodman.
And boy, Jordan and Pippen were really quick to get into the wrestling match.
Yeah, and Jordan's good. I tell you, he looked good on that. I wouldn't wrestle him either. Don't want to play him, wouldn't want to wrestle him.
Start with a little rage here. The hard foul by Rodman, and Shaq has to get mad. He's got to be very disappointed.
The Worm had to come up with these excessive fouls and moves to stop O'Neal because he was unguardable. And another guy that was unguardable despite being the slowest in the league is Andre Miller. He ate so much junk food that one time he overdosed on chocolate. You gotta check out this throwback video right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.